Hey there, I'm Evangeline right here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Konig Tire Chains. These are also called the XD16 Pros. So they're going to be some heavy duty tire chains, and I'll show you how to get them all installed right here on a 2018 Ford F-350. Specifically, the ones with the tire size 275/65R20. There are a couple different tire sizes commonly seen on the F-350, so double check yours because there are different chains that fit them, and you want to use our fit guide right here at eTrailer where you make sure you get the correct chains. Now, one of your options is going to be these ones. These are going to be some heavy duty chains. They have springs, so you have some assisted tensioning there. These are going to be good for if you have a good amount of ice, a good amount of snow. It's going to be some pretty intense weather. These are very easy to install, and they are made of an alloy, which means that they will last long if you take care of them properly. Now, to install them, what I recommend doing is laying them out on your garage floor pretty much the moment you get the chains. That way you get familiar with how to get them onto your truck before you're stranded by the side of the road. What I like to do is I like to just comb them out at first to make sure it's all good, nothing's twisted, nothing is tangled. You're looking for a continuous light gray line, and that's how you know everything is in its place. You're also looking for your hooks. So you want to make sure this is facing the correct side. You want the flat part of the hook facing your tire and the hook part of the hook away from your tire. In our case, the hook goes down, the flat part goes up. So everything looks really good here. The way I'm going to start is I'm going to separate them into two sections. That way I can just grab an entire section and feed that around the tire. So notice how one end has this yellow end. That's another way of just seeing which side goes where. Now I do have some chains stuck here behind the tread, but that's pretty normal. Now I can grab this around, making sure it's all facing the right way again, combing that out, just how I had it all set up, and then combing this side out, and that looks good. So now I'm ready to get the end of the chain and then hold on to it between my pointer finger and my thumb. You're going to do that the same way on the other side, and that way you can just bring both hands together so that they can meet here at the top of the tire. So holding on to it with your thumb again, you're going to get one side of the chain into this and just put it together, and that will hook in place. You're going to leave that behind the tire, but you're holding on to the rest of the chains because those need to come forward. If you don't hold on to your chains that way, you could lose it behind the tire because they are pretty hefty, and that makes this a lot more difficult. Now here at the front, we're going to connect the red hook with the red link and then continue on downwards. So now we have this mechanism to our right and this long gray chain on the other side. It's going to be a tight fit with a fair amount of tension. So I get the chain, I put that inside that mechanism. I don't know if you can see it, but once it's in there, you can then pull tight on the chain and it automatically clicks through, securing your tension there. So the way this works is there's two springs alongside the bottom of the chain. That's really what gets most of our tension in there. That looks really good. And now you're going to secure your longer chain somewhere along the tire. Now, I could go straight across, but then I won't have enough tension here, and I'll make contact with our hubcap. So we also have these hooks here on the side, and that's what brings our chain a little bit more to the side and offset while also securing it. Here, let's go here on this bottom part. I'm going to pull that, and then we're going to bring this up as far as we can get it where we have tension. Oh, and it's pulling as we go. That looks really good. Now what I would do is I do the exact same process on the other side, making sure it's all custom fit, and then I drive forward and drive backward a little bit. Sometimes your chains will readjust and sit differently on your tire, and then that's how you can just do the same process again, making sure this is custom fit to where this feels good on the wheel. So that's how you install your tire chain. Super simple, super easy. From this point onwards, other things you may need to know is I do have these installed on the rear tires. If you're not sure where to install yours, double check the owner's manual inside your truck, and that will explain the best spot to put your tire chains. Another thing is, these do arrive inside a reusable bag. Since these tire chains are made of an alloy, if you make sure they dry out before you put them away, then they can last for more seasons because that alloy is a bit more corrosion resistant. Your bag is going to be more of a canvas bag. You get 2 tire chains in it. You get plastic mat, plastic gloves, replacement links. These are helpful in emergency situations. What I do is I leave an extra pair of gloves in the bag. Konig sometimes has soft shell and hard shell bags, but in their case of their larger tire chains that have the springs, you usually get this one because it's easier to fit your larger chains in there. This is something you can keep inside your cab or inside your truck bed for emergency situations. So when you're looking at tire chains, Konig is definitely going to be a more premium brand at a more premium price, but they do have the materials and quality to back it up. Their links are going to be large square links where they bite into the snow, but since they're attached in a twisted shape, that will help with not letting snow clump up too much. These are going to be the larger links too, so they are going to be a bit more aggressive, which is good if you have some really icy situations. And if your truck does not need special S-compatible chains, meaning you're free and clear behind your tire, then these will be appropriate for your truck. If you are looking for other options, we have a bunch of them here at eTrailer, whether they're more aggressive or not as aggressive chains. These are going to be great for your extreme weather conditions. Now, someone said very recently something that was pretty cool, which was that their truck worked great in the snow and in the ice in most situations. But sometimes when it gets really bad, that's when they break the chains out, which is why they do get more aggressive chains. Because if your truck, your F-350 is going to need tire chains, usually it's going to be a pretty bad day, so you're going to need some pretty heavy duty chains like what we saw here today. These were a look at the Konig snow tire chains with assisted tensioning. If you have any questions, reach out to us here at eTrailer. But you saw them on the 2018 Ford F-350. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed this journey.